Hi, welcome to Ramnathim Ganitshala. Today we are going to discuss about numbers. You have been studying numbers since you were in grade 1. So today we are going to study about how the numbers are classified. Numbers can be classified into real numbers or imaginary numbers. Real numbers are further classified into rational numbers or irrational numbers. Now you may ask me, what are real numbers and how do we subdivide them into rational and irrational numbers? Okay, any number which has only the non-fractional part, for example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a real number. Also one which has a fractional part, for example 1.1, 1.2 is also a real number. Okay, and if it is negative, it can be positive, it can be 0, all come under real numbers. Now how are real numbers further subdivided into rational and irrational is what we will see. So in rational numbers are those numbers which can be expressed in the form a by b, where b is not equal to 0. Okay, so by that definition, half is a rational number, 3 by 4 is a rational number, 100 by 201 is a rational number. All these are rational numbers. Then you would ask me, then if these are rational numbers, what are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be expressed in the form a by b. For example, square root of 2 is irrational. Let me write it here. Square root of 2 or square root of 3 or square root of 5 and so on and so forth. If you are familiar how to find the square root of these numbers, which you would have already studied in class 7 if I am not wrong, you would realize that the solution that you find cannot be expressed in the form a by b. So they become irrational numbers. Even pi, we say pi is equal to 22 by 7. Remember, in circles this is very much important when we calculate the area of a circle or a circumference being 2 pi r, that pi we take as 22 by 7, but that is just an approximation. Pi is actually not 22 by 7. It's an irrational number of the form 3.14 dot dot dot, it goes on. Okay, so it cannot be expressed in the form a by b. We take it as a convenience, to conveniently calculate the area or the circumference of a circle. So just remember that, right? Now rational numbers can be further classified into integers and non-integers or non-integral rationals. So integers does not have a fractional part, non-integral rationals have a fractional part. So for example, integer can be 1, 2 and non-integral rationals can be 1.1 and 2.1 and so on and so forth, right? 1.1 I can also write as 11 by 10. So which is of the form a by b. That's what qualifies it to become a rational number. Alright. So let's go dig deeper into integers. You can have negative integers, you have a 0, and then you have positive integers. The name itself is self-explanatory. Negative, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and so on and so forth. 0 is 0. 0 is neither a positive integer nor a negative integer. Okay, and then you can have 1, 2, 3 and so on and so forth. Right. Now also you would have studied about natural numbers and whole numbers, right? What are natural numbers? They are positive integers. Natural numbers are nothing but positive integers. So, all this is natural numbers. And if the same start from 0, it becomes whole numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are positive integers, they are also natural numbers, and if you add 0 to the set of natural numbers, it becomes whole number. The entire set is a set of whole numbers. Good. So this is all that we have. Now you must be wondering, what are these imaginary numbers? I have never studied imaginary numbers. If you are thinking this, you are right, because this comes in class 11. So let's talk about what imaginary numbers are, right? Now square root of a negative number, or rather let's begin, let me ask you one thing, okay? Let me write it here. What is square root of 25? It is 5. You all must be knowing it already. But if I ask you, what is square root of minus 25? Do you have a real solution to provide for square root of minus 25? It is not 5 definitely, because 5 into 5 is 25. And definitely it is not minus 5, because minus 5 into minus 5 is again 25. So we do not have a real solution for square root of minus 25. So it's an imaginary number, right? So this anyway we are not going to touch in depth further. We are going to talk about this in class 11. When you go to class 11, you will study more about this. All right. So let's take a few examples on whether a particular number is a natural number or an integer, or whether it is a rational number, and so on and so forth, right? So if I say 0.6, is it a natural number? We'll find out. Okay, definitely it is a real number. All right. Now we have to decide whether it is a rational number or an irrational number. Now 0.6 is nothing but 6 by 10 is equal to 3 by 5. Clearly I can express it in the form a by b, where b is not equal to 0. So 0.6 is a rational number. Okay, whether it is an integer or a non-integral rational. Now if you see, it is 0.6, it has a fractional part associated with it, right? So it is a non-integral rational, and that is where we leave it. All right. How about 21? 21 is a real number, a rational number, because I can express 21 as a by b, where b is not equal to 0, right? It's a rational number. Now whether it is an integer or a non-integral rational, it is an integer. It is 21 is nothing, there is no fractional part involved. Here it is 21, no fraction involved. So it is an integer. Is it a positive integer, negative integer, or 0? Positive, correct? Now does it come in a natural number? Yes. Does it come in a whole number? Yes, again, right? So this is how we should go about. All right. So now if you find let's say square root of 17, square root of 17, is it a real number or imaginary number? It is a real number. Okay, because square root of 17, definitely it would be somewhere between let's say 4 4s are 16 and 5 5. So it is between 4 and it is between 5, correct? Because 4 4s are 16, 5 5s are 25, square root would be. So it is definitely not an imaginary number, it is a real number. Done. Now rational number or irrational number, it is proved, or you have proofs in class 10 to show that square root of 17 or square root of 15 or square root of 13 are irrational numbers. So we know that it is irrational number. So this is where we end. It's finished, right? So this was another example. So I hope by taking a few examples, random examples which came into my mind while making this lecture, I was able to show you, how you can do it for yourself. So remember this chart and take a few numbers of your own choice and see where they actually fall into. Okay. In class 10 you would have few examples wherein they would say solve this equation and find the values of x which are natural numbers. So at that time many students scratch their head and try to figure out what natural numbers really are. So if you remember this chart, I believe you will not have any trouble solving those kind of problems and getting the right value of natural numbers. So I hope you enjoyed today's lecture, and give me thumbs up if you really liked it, and join our channel, subscribe and click the bell icon, and so that whenever we upload a new video you will be definitely notified. Thank you so much. Have a good day.